Coming into Miami, Florida, that's the destination for the Mavericks. With remarkable athleticism, the bounding Marvin Bagley and his team focused on victory as they wind up for action at Kaseya Center. Mavs Heat coming up next. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Big men on the floor for him. It'll be Washington and Gafford. Christie is out there with Flag. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. And for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Wiggins is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Mitchell, and it's Larson in at the 2. And now that we are well past the halfway point of the season, DB, what are you most looking forward to?
I think, Kevin, this is the first time of the year when you start to consider, well, I'll tell you, the playoff positioning is starting to take shape. The potential first-round matchups become intriguing. I can't wait to see how things end up.
They double him with Mitchell, and that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Christie. Heat on offense. Mitchell kicks to Wiggins. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot. Wiggins has got the game going with his first points in the game for the Heat.
Well, increasing consistency from range. This is one of the things Andrew Wiggins is working on.
Here's Marshall. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now Christie. After Norman Powell missed from long range. Well, what you get with P.J. Washington, we've seen it, Doris, an all-around game.
Kevin, he's cross-positional. He can make shots in big moments. He can absorb a huge defensive assignment, and the man loves to compete. I think you have to admire the aggressiveness with which P.J. Washington plays every single night.
Washington hits them both. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Larson. The tray buries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now, here's Washington. Dallas moving it around. And that one's good. Flag.
And that 7-foot wingspan of Flag helps him when he's in close.
Here's Larson. And again, it's Miami with a 3.
Well, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look at good night.
To Gafford. Now Christie. Second shot opportunity. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Pass to Larson. On the wing, Wiggins from the arc. And again, it's Miami with a 3.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Gafford passes to Marshall. Here's Flag. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Miami's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first.
Oh, the analytics department is smiling after that one.
Here's Marshall. No good that time. Wiggins with some nice D. Powell for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And coming into that one, looking to be competitive, but the disparity in talent just too great.
You have the sense that they expected that result. Once they dug themselves into a hole, I thought they let go of the rope.
And you look at this Mavs rotation now, Doris, a wide range of ages.
And that's important, Kevin, because typically when you start a rebuild, inevitably there comes a moment in time where you think we need some maturity and we need some veterans in our locker room. So it's always better to have a blend.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks Chelsea.
Al Bagley. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
Miami ball.
Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. Certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. The Heat third.
They have been aggressive underneath. I mean, they're playing with a physicality that you don't often see, and it's led to a lot of second chance points.
On the wing, Wiggins. Over Bagley. And it's Miami with another.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
1:33 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Nembhard. Shot clock at 6. Thompson outside. To halt the run. Rebound by the Heat. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this. It looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Williams, he's checked in for Dallas. .59 seconds left to play here in the first. Wiggins against Middleton. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Adebayo. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Nembhard, the pass to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Powell with it. Williams picks him up. Mitchell dishes to Powell. Beyond the arc. Cranes the three-pointer.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Middleton against Wiggins. Now here's Middleton. He's covered closely. And stolen by Wiggins. Fires from deep. And the Heat, another three.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And so it's Miami. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their work from beyond the arc has been a highlight. A lot of threes, finding the bottom of the bucket. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Mitchell. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Larson in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Kevin, back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Doris, energy on both ends. Threes and defense. That's Max Christie in a nutshell.
The very prototypical Kevin 3-and-D player, but I think what I like about Max is there's room for growth. I think he can deck it and become a playmaker.
That's good by Mitchell. Mavericks trail by 12. Williams kicks to Gafford. Over in the corner, Christie. 6 on the shot clock. Wound up there for Gafford. And the layup's good off the glass. Gafford's got 6.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Chris Middleton.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
Powell, that's good.
And they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Williams finds Christie. Now Washington. To Williams, 6 to shoot. A floater, no good that time. Wiggins with some nice D. And here is Mitchell. A 3-ball. It's not going to go for him. Inside, here's Christie, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
That's a really nice pass. This is why they like to get the ball to Flag and let him be the decision maker.
The shot by Powell, no good.
We call that lockdown perimeter defense against an excellent three-point shooter.
Tips it up, and Williams is right there.
Timeout.
Williams has got it back down to within single digits for downs.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Parsons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Larson. And that one hits back iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Hard to keep up with an athletic rookie like Flag. He's ready to outrun everybody.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Over Flag. And it's Mitchell missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Marshall. Powell pulls it in. The Heat leading by 7. On the wing, Wiggins. For the 3. Offensive rebound.
This guy has looked so much better in the second quarter, really starting to find his rhythm.
Here's Flag. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Washington against Wiggins. And it's Miami with the rebound. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
Marshall can't hit. For Miami, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. For 3, Mitchell. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor. Down low, here's Christie. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. The shot by Powell, no good.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
That is ferocious. You said it. That was ferocious. Wiggins passes to Powell, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Powell's got 7 now in this quarter.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
For 3, Marshall. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14.
Come on now, folks. You know how good that is? To contest a shooter and finish the defensive play with a rebound, that is big time.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Launches from deep. Larson, no good. And here is Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation.
And so it's Miami in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Andrew Wiggins led the way in the first half. He had 14 points and 1 steal. He came in with something to prove tonight after having a very tough outing in their last game. Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
The three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. They're about to jump or die by the jumper, but tonight they're living and they're living good, baby.
And Kenny, how'd you think the Mavericks were playing?
Playing on the road is definitely more of a challenge, but you know that coming in. They didn't seem all well prepared for this environment for the night. I'm sure the coach is trying to coach them up and change the momentum in their favor.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. 8-point game. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Big men on the floor for Middle Washington and Gafford. Flag is out there with Christie. And it's Marshall in at the small forward position. Pass to Flag. Shoots. Norman Powell with the rebound. Powell's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the Heat, another 3.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Marshall. Gafford passes to Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Oh, my goodness, P.J. Washington got off the deck in a hurry.
That'll be a 5-second call. Here's what Miami has lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that game against Houston, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
Wiggins inside the line. Rebound by Marshall. Mavericks trail by 10. The number 1 overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins, certainly capable.
athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and, of course, a championship from that same season.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "The way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work." Back to you.
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much.
I love seeing Adebayo run the floor like this. Fantastic job leaking out and beating everyone to the spot.
And it'll be the Mavericks with their first time out here of the game.
Your Heat Youth Dance Team.
Here's a look at some of the stats for him. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. A three-pointer is right on target. Thompson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Johnson, that's for two. Misses off the right iron.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Here's Thompson. Inside. Klay Thompson.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Back to Powell. Over Thompson. Thompson with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 5. And Nembhard has it in the corner. Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Powell for 3. They grabbed their own miss.
And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Pass to Bagley. Now here's Gafford. Now Nembhard. Middleton outside. 5 on the clock. Releases. And it's Miami with the rebound. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Williams is checked in for Marvin Bagley. Williams with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. And it's blocked. And they recover. Pass to Williams. The short one's on the money. Williams has got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Miami leading by 3. Powell kicks to Johnson. Now Powell. This one for 3. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Shots good by Gafford.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Powell outside. Over Williams. The shot by Powell, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Nembhard finds Gafford with a lead, and that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 14.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Johnson. Miami no good on that time either. Here's Dallas. They're on a 19-4 run right now. That one drops for him. Nembhard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Mavericks.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Powell for 3. Offensive rebound Heat. Second chance shot. That one a little long. Thompson looking for an opening. Just 3 on the clock. No good. And so it's Daniel Gafford making highlights for Dallas. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. We'll get right back to the action when we... Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Once you get the rebound, get to those corners, race for it.
It's the fourth.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Jonas is out there with Johnson. Then it's Khalil Ware. Then there's Powell. And it's Jovic in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
A guy with a strong build and handle. Flag makes his move and creates the space for the shot.
Here's Jonas. Misses the 3.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Marshall gets the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Johnson. The offensive rebound. Here's Ware. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And the Mavericks making a change here. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Mavericks.
No adjustments made by the other team, and they couldn't defend against the speed of this group. They've been running over them in this one.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
Out to the right wing. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Dallas leading by 4. Here's Christie. Great D that time from Powell. Pass to Ware. Here's Jonas. Powell for 3. Hands it from downtown.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. For Miami, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. The shot by Jonas, no good. Frank, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
And it's Washington missing.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
Pass to Jonas. Back to Johnson. Keep moving the ball around. Lock at 6. Powell for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Powell's got 9 points here in the second half.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And here is Washington. Now, here's Marshall. to stop the drought. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Powell. Jovic passes to Johnson. Let's go. Here's Ware. He gets it in there. Now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
Well, this is his bread and butter, folks. You know he's going to be hounding every missed opportunity.
And the Mavericks call time here. Norman Powell really making a difference here.
Listen, the timeout was appropriate. They're giving up 3 after 3 after 3.
We've got a moment here. Let's present our player of the game, Norman Powell.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Gafford's checked in. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen, so don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for a renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
And you know how many big games Flag played in college, but he looked really comfortable taking the shot there.
Wiggins from outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gafford's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by the Heat. Powell's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wiggins surveying the floor. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And the Heat lead by 4.
And this is what we want to see more of from Wiggins, delivering a huge basket for his team.
Washington inside. He's against Wiggins. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Heat now. Wiggins with the block.
Well, using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins airmailed it back.
Larson with the bucket. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Mitchell outside. And stolen by Fly. Christie has the open look. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into correction.
Here's Mitchell. It's rebounded by Dallas.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
And Adebayo sends it back. And they go to the intentional foul. Mavericks making a switch here. Nemhard's checked in.
Team foul. Checking in for the Mavericks, Nemhard.
A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
First personal foul. Third team foul. 2. Davion Mitchell.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. The second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
The line, Bam Adebayo. 2.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Dallas calls timeout. They're behind by 8. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
23 seconds left in the fourth. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And he commits the intentional foul.
Marvin Bagley III. First personal foul. Penalty. Now at the line, Davion.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. 19 seconds left in the game.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Foul for 3. Good. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. We'll see you next time.